Hey guys, welcome to The Queer Edge with Jackie Jett, a show that explores all that is fun and unique and very queer in this fantastic world that we live in. You know, so much has been written about our First Lady, Laura Bush. None of it very interesting. Librarian marries the town drunk. Boring. And then sure, she runs a stop sign and kills someone. But really, that was no big deal for her. I mean, Jesus forgave her right there on the spot. How cool is that? The question is that members of the Focus on the Family, like myself, want to know, is or was Laura Bush a good mother? Did she teach her children, Jenna and the other one, some good Christian values? Yes, we know she taught them sharing by showing them how to divvy up a box of Chablis at a party. You sip a little. And remember, ladies, always throw up in private. Yes. She taught them vanity, too, by constantly showing them photos of Grandma Barbara Bush, which will assure them low self-esteem in the beauty department. Look how pretty Grandma used to be. And now look at her. Moo. Yeah. We know that Laura practiced No Child Left Behind. Of course, that is until she moved into the White House. And then she left them behind. Way behind, as a matter of fact. Laura taught Jenna and the other one a phrase that youthful indiscretions is a great cop-out while you're young. However, when you get into your 40s and your 50s, it becomes more like a Democrat. Good Republicans do not have indiscretions. They have bad intelligence. Yes. Now, I don't know Laura Bush personally. I just see her at various church socials from time to time. Yet, I know how strongly this woman feels about the importance of family. Yes, I do. She is on a different talk show every single day talking about it. Of course, she rarely mentions Jenna and the other one, but frequently mentions that dog that she's had for about 6 months. So while I may never question Laura Bush, the mother, I have plenty of questions for the mothers on this show tonight. And they are my favorite rocker chick who used to be a rocker dude, Jackie Inks, with some news from the edges here. Yes, the sensational, sexational Barbarellas are here. And a chick who will not only rock your world but kick your ass at the same time. Joanie Laurer, formerly known as wrestler Chyna Doll, is here to get queer with us. As well as a mime with certainly a queer edge point of view, Billy the Mime is with us. And proof that reality can be a really cool thing, Jerri Manthey from Survivor is here tonight. By the way, she was also in Playboy. I've never been asked to be in Playboy. Go figure. Also, Todd Krim, director of Reality Cares, is with us. Excuse me. And if that's not enough to make your nipples hard, oh my God, I'm so excited to have this lady chick with us to co-host all week. I may begin urination at any point. She's sexy, sassy, funny as hell, and half the woman she used to be. Kim Coles is here for the whole week. Yeah! Yes, all that in free retinas for the entire studio audience, because as we say here, if it ain't broke, then freaking break it, because queer edgers, we are. A go.
What are you doing right now? It's your reality. Make it up. Vodka martini. 2 olives. This is my reality. What's yours?
You know what? We're Barbarellas. Try to say that, Jackie. Barbarellas tonight. One of our Barbarellas broke her thumb and cannot be with us tonight. Am I right? And I just want to say, breaking your thumb is not an excuse for not coming to work and being a Barbarella. Because your thumb is not what we're interested in, are we? Yeah. So let me just get that out there to the sexy Shar, honey. Thumb, no. If something happens here, take a week off, get them bigger, come back. But I'm going to, remind me I have to write up a report on her. Will you please? Because we just can't have this. My viewers want to see 4 boobs in the opening. They will not be satisfied with just 2. We have the most amazing, incredible week of perversion lined up. And I know I say that every week, and sometimes I'm lying through my freaking teeth to you. But this is not that week. No, it's not that week. Billy the Mime is on our show tonight, and I read this man's bio. And the government needs to look into this man's past, because I am sure that he is somehow part of the Al-Qaeda network, because he is either that or he's just a fun guy. I'm not sure. Anyway, before I go off and get thrown off the air before the hour is over, let me introduce our co-host this week. She is so funny. She is so beautiful. And I mean freaking beautiful. She's so good. It gives me hopes for a brighter tomorrow. Say hello to Miss Kim Cole. Kim goes.
Hello, darling.
Kim goes.
You're way too excited.
I'm excited because really, I've been a fan of yours forever and forever. And I don't want, this makes it sound like you're freaking Phyllis Diller, but you're not. You're not as old as she is. That's what the point.
I know where you were going, Daddy.
Yeah. And so we're thrilled to have you here.
Thrilled to be here.
And you...
It's crazy. You're crazy.
Yeah, I am a little crazy.
You're crazy, wild.
But you know what? I don't know if anyone's told you this, but, and we talk about this frequently on the show, I have an affinity towards black men. Daddy Jack likes the black man.
Ow!
Daddy Jack likes the black man, sometimes too much. And Daddy Jack's husband is not happy when... You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
And so here you are, Kim Coles. Beautiful.
Kimmy likes the black man, too.
Yeah. And by the way, I should let our audience know, Kim Coles is a black woman.
And no African American credit. All that politically correct. Just I'm black. It's
She's
easy.
black.
It's short. It's quick. It's to the point.
And here's the really cool thing about it. She's very open about it, aren't you?
I am here. I am black. Get used to it.
Yeah. Get off my crack.
I'm back. Get used to it.
And the cool thing is that, didn't you tell me earlier, she told her parents she was black, and they had no issue with it. They were so accepting.
I was all like worried and biting my nails, and I don't know how I was practicing the speech, Mom, Dad, I'm black. No, I can't tell them.
Yeah.
Mom, Dad, I have something to tell you. And I came, and they, you know what? They already knew.
You're kidding.
They already knew.
The parents are the first to know.
I thought I was hiding it from them. They were like, we know.
I know.
We know, little sister. We know,
Yeah, and you know what? I knew the first time I saw you on TV, I said, that chick is black.
And I was hiding it then, and you could see right through me. Was it my mannerisms? Did you see me?
I don't want to say, because we got to go to the news right now. You know, just like when I first met Jackie, I knew she was a hooker. I'm just kidding, Jackie. You know I love you, and you know that you were more than a hooker. You were a high-priced
hooker.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jackie Eats with some news from the
No matter how I try, I just can't explain to him that an escort is not a hooker. I try. Big news coming out of Denver for the Queer Edge crew. Take some notes. A Rocky Mountain High is now officially a doable thing. Or is it? In last week's election, 54% of the voters voted yes in making Denver the first major city to legalize small amounts of the sweet leaf. However, before you decide to stroll down Main Street, bong in hand, you may want to know that Denver's mayor released a statement saying police will continue to arrest and charge people in the Mile High City because Colorado state law still makes possession illegal. So, if we short-term memory loss folks here on the Edge are to get this as clear as we still can, smoking pot is now legal in all parts of Denver that aren't found in Colorado. Remote controls have been part of our daily lives for decades now, but Nippon Telegraph and Telephone Corporation of Japan is working on remote controls for humans. It is being tested as we speak, and it works by sending electric impulses to the inner ear and then onward to the brain. The person holding the remote control can make the test subject move right, left, forward and or back at will, and the Japanese say this will be a big advancement in video games and amusement park rides. We did do some checking on our own, and we found that our military had recently held a secret test session in Washington, D.C., and had invited the president and some of his friends to see the gizmo up close. GW would not put on the test helmet, but newly nominated Supreme Court nominee Samuel Alito showed no such fear. The Japanese, however, were totally perplexed when no matter what signals they sent, all Alito would do is move back and to the right. Finally, tonight, Halloween was exactly 1 week ago, so we here on The Edge finally expect ex-FEMA head Mike Brown to allow his family to go trick-or-treating sometime tonight. I'm Jackie Yanks. Jackie Jett's right over there, and Kim Coles is right there. Lots more Queer Edge right after this. Stay with us. Queer Edge, welcome back. They started out playing bar mitzvahs with just an accordion, and it brought them all the way to the Queer Edge. Let's see just how far they've really come. Please welcome Desperation Squad!
Can I just say this?
Desperation Squad.
Desperation Squad. They're a fine Christian group of singers. They really are. They are spreading the word of our Lord Jesus Christ throughout the land and doing it in a way that no one can understand. And that's what's really important. Thank you, guys.
Are you available for weddings?
Yeah, are you
We've done weddings.
You've done weddings.
Absolutely.
Now, when you do weddings, do you wear that T-shirt that says "Everyone gets laid"?
It wouldn't be a wedding without it.
Can I just say that some of us are an exception to that rule for the last 6 months or so. But we're not here to talk about that, are
Not
we,
right
Kim?
now, no.
Can we talk about it later, though, you and me, about the...
sure.
Yeah, it's a problem. I don't want it. Okay. Listen, she's a former professional wrestler, a singer, the subject of at least one David Bowie song. I never knew that. Please welcome Chyna Doll! Now look,
How are you? It's good to see
Joanie.
Yes, sir.
Look, I'm getting ready to put on a pair of glasses over another one. Yep. Okay. It's time.
You're making a spectacle of yourself.
Oh, you! Stop it with your stand up there. No, I'm actually okay. Now, watch this. Look how much smarter I look now. Intimidating, isn't it?
I would say extremely fashionable.
Yeah, thank you. Joanie, you don't look at all like I was thinking. That you don't look like you did on the Surreal Life, and that was just recent. And
How?
well, because I'm going to be straight up with you, honey. You look very thin and very pretty, and not that.
What most people think.
Yeah, when people think of you, a lot of people think of this.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're like you're a freaking fox now. You are. I mean, really, here's the thing.
Soft, feminine.
Yes, you are a Chyna doll. Now, you know this hair thing. Obviously, some homosexual has come into your life and said, "Honey, Joanie, let me take over."
You know that. Paybackism.
Am I true? Is that true?
That's true.
That is true. You look fantastic.
But you know what? I thank you very much. And it's a different day, and it's been a long journey, very proud journey. I have evolved from wrestling into acting and fashion now, and just starting to realize that. And I'm so excited because, you know, when you're being thrown around the ring and so physical, and being a woman who was wrestling 300-pound men, you know, I almost, it's 15 years later to step outside of the box and see myself different. You know, I had to be beefy, and I had to be in a body type of which, you know, it was my job to survive in that sports arena. It also happened to be very good at it at a survival mode, but I feel really, you know, I guess there's a lot of work to this
all
journey
this right here,
so thank you.
All this is happening. This is really this is happening, and I'll be completely frank with you, and I'll be Bob and Ted and whoever else you need to be. But to be in all honesty, that there were some shots of you I saw that kind of like, what is up with that? You know, the too much muscles and the Daddy Jack wasn't digging it. How about you, Kim?
Well, no, I like that because that was a superhero character that she created, I think, and I like this soft, pretty Chyna doll thing too. It all works for me.
The one part is there's so much depth to this. This woman's got a double major in Spanish Lit from the University of Town, where she got a 3.9. Hello, and then she joined the Peace. She's been in the Peace Corps. I mean, this is actually a deep woman.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot going on here.
Here's when I started reading about her. I thought, this ain't no dumb broad that we got going on here.
Right.
This chick has it going on upstairs, and not only that, in this, you've got to promise me this. You'll come back sometime on our show. And do you still play the cello?
Yes, but I need some lessons. But I have a question. You guys are all, this is very strange. Is this a Chyna doll, you loving yourself intervention? Are you loving yourself? I just feel like I'm
Like I'm an
right
intervention?
now. Thank you.
Yes, it is. And here's a letter I wrote for you. Joanie, you're so much important. You're such an important part of my life. But it's the drugs, honey. It's the drugs that you're not sharing with us that we're mighty upset about. No, it is not. No, I'm telling you, I am not the only one that's looking at you. Or people, all of Canada right now is looking at you and going, "This chick looks different than I remember seeing you."
I have a question.
Okay.
Are there other people in the WWF? To be honest, I don't know that much about it. I plead, I don't know much. Are there a lot of people that are doing wrestling and whatever that are like you, like have this amazing background that we don't know about?
Yeah.
Like, does Steve Austin really a brain surgeon in hiding or something?
Can he speak French?
Yeah, I mean, you speak 3 languages, a 3.9, Peace Corps. You know, it's great stuff. Nobody knows.
I think I'm learning, let's see, I would like to say this in a
Don't worry about the way you say it.
No, this is the queer
How you
It
feeling,
sounds
Mama?
conceited, but it's truly, like I said, you guys are making me feel really good because I'm just starting to come into my own now. I was really oblivious to what was going on around me because, I was really the only one.
She was the smartest chick on the block.
Like that, and I just...
Stop looking at
I
me.
was in my own little entertainment phenomena world. Are you looking at my breasts?
Yes, I am.
You know what?
I've been going.
He
I've
gets
been
his
going
hands
to-
on a
yeah.
lot here.
I do, and those are nice. I got to say, those are really nice. We'll be right. Will you stay with us for a while? Do you
Yes, sir,
mind?
I'd love to.
Okay,
Thank
we'll be
you.
right back after this. They're taking. What? Jackie, what's her name?
Desperation
Desperation
Squad.
Welcome back to the Queer Edge. That is the band that will be playing at my wedding as soon as I find a man. But in the meantime, do not adjust the volume. Just let your eyes drink in the artistry that is Billy the Mime.
let's speak up.
Sit. I really don't know what to say to a mime. I'm kind of, what do you do? I'm speechless. Can you talk now, Billy? Is it come out of the?
Yes, there
we go. The mime doth speak us.
Mimes can speak. There's no mime police. There's never been a law.
Okay, cool. Now, you study with Marcel Marceau.
Yes, I took master classes with Marceau.
That's pretty impressive.
It was impressive.
Now, is he still living that
Yes,
day?
he's about 83 and he's still performing.
Yeah. Would
Slowly,
he,
very
like, if he
slowly.
saw the type of mime you were doing today, would he piss in his pants?
Maybe, or the other.
Or
Number
yeah,
two.
in his diaper.
Yeah, I think he would be surprised. But it's a different type of mime that I do. I addressed different subjects. Some of the other routines I do, they're not your typical...
Yeah, tell us about them, because we saw a list of the routines you do,
Yes.
and I really wanted you to do all of them.
Oh, well.
Because they're all so twisted.
Well, if you come to my show at Sacred Fools, you can see all of them.
Okay,
yeah.
tell us some of your...
Some of the routines.
Okay.
They are, one is Thomas and Sally, A Night at Monticello.
Okay.
Which is about Thomas Jefferson and Sally Hemings.
Okay.
And he's having a party and going out into the slave quarters during the party. There's a routine close to her, Karen Carpenter. We have a routine, The Abortion. There's a routine, Dreams of Your Uncrippled Boy.
The Priest and the Altar
The
Boy.
Priest and the Altar Boy.
Well, tell us a bit about the priest and the altar boy.
It's one of the more disturbing ones. The audience's reaction, some things are funny, some things are shocking, some things actually move them, but it's about a priest and an altar boy, and it's also about the cover-up. The altar boy eventually goes to an older priest to
Now, here's what's
get some
interesting.
help.
Isn't it interesting that an artist portraying that some would find offended, but yet the actual act that it's going on within the Catholic Church, people are like, oh, that's no big deal, really. Oh, here's more check. Here's more money to the Catholic Church.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
find the irony, or am I the only
The irony on
one?
that, I thought, why did the baseball, the big steroids, suddenly they were in Congress, and they were like standing up, and I thought, but wait, what happened to all these priests, and, you know...
Joanie just passed out on the steroid.
I hear you. I hear what you're not
But
saying.
anyway, yes, on that side. But yeah.
Joanie, have you studied comedy, man? That was a great one. She just said, I hear what you're not saying.
I will write that down.
Yeah, I'm going to steal. I didn't know. You've taken a comedy class with Shecky Green or someone. I know. I know that's what you've been doing. But and everybody has been writing up. You get great reviews wherever you perform.
Yeah.
The USA Today said something about you were disturbingly entertaining or something to that
Something
effect.
like that. And then also the one of my favorites was, I think it was USA Today said Pet Unfriendly. And that was about my performance in The Aristocrats, which was a documentary about...
Okay, now, yes, now you're in the Aristocrats,
Yes.
and they say you kind of stole the show of that.
Well, there's some. Sarah Silverman was quite good, and there were some other quite...
But tell
Bob
us
Saget
what
was-
you did. Can you tell us what you did, or is it super secret?
Not on this channel. No, it was at the
Not on this
Aristocrats
channel.
is the world...
We are not the 700 Club, honey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, did someone tell you we are? Because
someone did.
people get me and Pat Robertson confused all the time.
Well, the Christian band, I was confused.
No,
The Aristocrats is the world's dirtiest joke. It's about a family comes into a vaudeville agent, and they have this act, and they say, hey, we got to do this act, and the guy says, what is it? And then they proceed, it's a mother, father, daughter, son, and usually a little dog, sometimes a baby, and they proceed to do the most despicable things to each other that anyone can imagine, and it's up to the comic how long they describe the joke and what they say. My bit comes about 40 minutes into the film, and it's a total surprise because no one, except we're blowing it now, no one expects to see it. Mime, of course, and by the time they've heard the joke many, many times. A good movie. It comes out on DVD, I think, January 26th. And I put in 2 extra routines, which was JFK Dreams of Young Crippled. JFK We Hardly Knew Ye, and also The Abortion.
Billy, how did Mime move off the street corner, so to speak, into theaters? When did that
Well,
happen?
it wasn't theaters originally, and then it went out into the streets, and that's sort of what killed it for a while. I mean, for a brief shining moment in the early 70s, Mime was kind of cool, and then everyone was doing it on the streets, a lot of people who weren't trained, and in Tootsie, the sort of the defining moment in Tootsie when Dustin Hoffman pushed the mime off the thing, the audience went, yay! And most mimes, 98%, are horrible, or awful. are pretentious. I wouldn't want to watch them. But there are a few who actually are quite good. And,
Now, have you done anything with regards to George W. Bushhead and any, because he seems like ripe for mine?
Well, there's so much. There is a lot of. There is a routine called today called 9/11, which actually he is not in. It's about just a normal person.
Well, he wasn't
going
there.
to
He
work.
wasn't in
No.
it
He
at the
wasn't-
beginning.
That's not a far stretch. Huh?
Yeah.
And one of the terrorists, and one of the reviewers said that he was in it. Said, "Oh, and we loved it when the George Bush section."
And he wasn't even there.
No, he wasn't there. He wasn't in the routine.
But you know what? I could do an impression. I could do a mime of George Bush when he found out
You
about.
got to turn that upside down, first of all. The book is upside down. There you go. That's better.
I mean, isn't that what he was doing while while that whole thing was going on? Yeah. Billy the Mime, is there something that we want you back for the end of the show, but is there a way that you can take us out to a commercial with a mime and do it with that camera right there?
There's a lot of mime going behind the camera. One of the classics is the guy who goes...
He's our Mexican mime right here. He's our
Maybe
We have more people not speaking than speaking all of a sudden.
So, just take us to a commercial break via the art of mime.
Okay, we'll take us out.
There we go!
Cheerleaders and beer, it's a deadly combination. Cheerleaders and beer, it's a triumph of degradation. Cheerleaders and beer.
Welcome back to the Queer Edge. Here I am. We have a fabulous reality show star here, and she's going to talk all about reality cares, because sometimes reality does care. Please welcome the amazing racist. Oh no, they're not here. You know who's here? Survivors, Jerri, Manthey.
She needs no introduction. How are you, honey?
You told me, and then it was still there.
I'm racist.
I know. I didn't say that. I'm sorry. I fucked that up.
Racist.
I
That's a
screwed up.
great
I'm
way to
sorry.
introduce her. From Survivor, she's a racist. That'll get you some mail, honey, won't it?
Yeah, great. Just when I need more hate mail.
Yeah, more hate mail.
Sorry about
Now, tell us this. You, which Survivor were you on?
I was on Australia, which was the second season, and then also the All-Stars, which was the 8th season.
Okay, now I missed all of that. You know, once that Richard Hatch took his clothes off and his body looked like mine, it was like looking at myself in the mirror. And so he was in the first one, right?
Yeah,
I
no,
just-
you were way better looking than Richard Hatch.
Oh, that is. I guess that's a compliment. I started to say, "Oh, that is so sweet," and then I started thinking,
It's not that easy.
Yeah, don't
just
hard
kind of,
don't compare yourself to him, is
Okay.
basically what I'm saying.
Okay, were you one of the bitches?
I was the bitch.
The bitch.
Yeah, and
on
I
the
still
show.
to this day cannot figure out how I got that label. I mean, I took over a situation where this guy couldn't make rice. We were all starving. No one wanted to eat it. And I said, let me make it. And everybody said, oh, Jerri, this is the best rice we've ever had. And I was a bitch.
For making good rice.
Yeah, I still don't get it.
Oh my God! Think of how many bitches there are working in Chinese restaurants. I mean, if that's the way you base a bitch on.
Yeah.
Kim, did you catch any of the?
No, because I'm afraid of the bugs and the things that you're gonna, and then sleeping with and then the thing. Yeah, no.
But see, here's the thing. Out of them all, Jerri,
Yeah.
let's shoot straight from the hip.
Just go for it.
Out of them all, you are about the only one who's made a career out of the whole thing. You have really evolved as an actress. You were in Playboy magazine.
Yes, I was.
Okay, so just as I have to do, I have to look at the breast.
He's going
I've got a push-up bra on though right now, I must admit.
Very nice. You know, I'm going
That's okay,
briefly, just briefly, I'm going through a thing where I'm considering having sex with a woman, and I've been feeling different breasts and just trying to get I'm working my way kind of down, so to speak.
What?
He's not sure he wants to go past second base.
Yeah, I don't,
He's hung up on second base.
yeah, I'm just hung up on second base right here. But I like
second
this.
base is a good place to hang out
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah.
A lot of guys forget about second
I know.
base.
It's an overlooked treasure.
Yeah.
Well, trust me, I'm obsessed with second base right now. Or is your second base real?
It is.
It is.
Yes.
So how did the play? Was that you're over there laughing, Kim? Is that not
I
inappropriate?
love how open and free you are. You're like a little 8-year-old boy. Are those real?
Can I squeeze them?
It's sweet.
That's coming.
It's
It's-
sweet.
it's
It's
I
sweet.
appreciate the honesty.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's the thing. So when you posed for Playboy, that was how long ago was that?
2001.
Okay.
The biggest selling issue of 2001 this lady.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know who was then the year before? Our
Chyna.
friend
Joanie, yes.
is here, and she's got a nice set of bazoongas too. I gotta say.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm
scaring
embarrassed.
myself talking about breasts. Oh my God, I got to reprogram. Honey, I'll be home soon. We'll get back in bed. You'll get me gay again, and we'll all be there. But in the meantime,
And you know what? I'm totally embarrassed because I saw her backstage and I didn't even recognize her.
Right.
I'm telling you.
I know she's like a totally different person, and I'm not. I hope you forgive me.
No, I'm telling you, that's what happens when homosexuals get a hold of a chick. They completely turn them into diva-esque. It's what happens.
It's true.
But here's what I like. You've got this kind of a Stevie Nicks vibe going on right now.
Well,
and that's
thank you.
pretty cool.
It's good.
I love
Pretty cool.
Leather and
Yeah.
lace.
Who doesn't love Stevie Nicks except for her former drug dealer? I don't think is probably not real happy now that she's clean, because she's clean. So he used to make a fortune off of her. But tell us about closing.
Closing is fun.
That's a made-up word. Posing for Playboy.
It was great, actually. I mean, I thought I was going to be a little bit nervous, but when I got there, everyone was so professional. I felt totally comfortable.
Okay, I have a girlfriend who's a celebrity, and there was and she did Playboy, and there was negotiation going on whether and I'm just going to I didn't say this, the Playboy people did, whether they show pink or not.
Oh.
Yeah, did you ever have that discussion about whether you were going to show pink or not?
You know what? Actually, I did go into the office with a list of things that I would and wouldn't do. And that was one of them. I wanted to leave a few things to the imagination.
Okay. So it was ixnay on the ink page. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. But was it liberating?
It was.
Yeah.
It was very liberating,
She's very
actually.
into Burning Man. The Nevada, the
You're
Burning
kidding.
Man.
Yeah.
I love Burning Man.
I'm a total Burning Man person, so, nudity is no big deal. And I grew up in Germany.
Playboy's
you
a
know?
step, Playboy's walk in the park for you. You got Germany and you got...
If you were in Burning Man, you were right at home on this show.
Right.
You know,
what
I
I'm
love this show. I've been watching it going, this is like so me.
Yeah.
It's so
'Cause
honest
I'm
and like,
looking-
yeah.
You know what? I'm looking and I'm seeing. I know Daddy Jack knows a pervy when he sees one, and Daddy Jack's seeing a pervy chick.
I don't know
right
what you're
now.
talking about.
Yes, and that's exactly the way the pervy chick would answer. I'm so spot on.
I want to know about Widowmaker.
Yeah.
Oh, Widowmaker.
Yes.
It's a short film I did. I play a woman who seduces and kills married men. And-
Good.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
typecasting there at all. And it's actually just got picked up in its first festival in Florida, so I'm going to be down there at the end of the week.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
See?
Jerry, we have a friend of yours that we're going to bring out. All right. And I don't know. Actually, I don't know if you know he's here, but please, it's the director you work with. Is from Reality Cares. Everybody, please welcome Todd Michael Krim.
Yes,
Yay,
Todd.
Todd.
How are you, sir? This is a good guy.
Yes,
He's a
he
good guy.
is. Todd's awesome.
Todd, look what we did. See, reality? We put that up there for you.
Jack, you're
reality? Question mark.
Question mark.
Reality? Question mark.
Why is it
What
a question
is
mark?
it? Well, it's because no one really knows what reality is anymore. I mean, the lines get fairly blurred. To me, this is reality right now. But here's the thing: you guys started this Reality Cares, and it's not only it's helping people with HIV and other. What are some of the other issues?
We basically, the purpose of Reality Cares is pretty simple. We basically bring reality stars and nonprofits together.
Okay.
To make this world a better place. So we raise money and awareness for various issues: HIV/AIDS, children's issues. We talked about that, children with HIV/AIDS.
How do you raise money? I mean, what is it? You just get all these people together and you $5 to meet your favorite reality
Yeah,
star?
exactly. Well, it varies. In some cases, it's a nonprofit that plans the event and they contact us, and then we bring the reality stars. In fact, Jerri came to our event last year, remember, for pancreatic cancer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just, what, for us reality people, I mean, maybe I should just speak for myself, it's it's a great way to give back, because honestly, when someone calls me a celebrity, I'm very uncomfortable with that term because I'm an actress, but I'm not known for that. I'm known for a reality TV show.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's the way I'm getting my attention, then I'm going to use that to help better causes.
Yeah.
And there's a lot
what
of
are
people.
tell us some of your favorite causes?
Camp Kindle is one of my favorite charities. It's a camp once a year where they bring all these children in that are affected or infected by HIV and AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the one time a year that they get to hang out with other kids who are persecuted and belittled for their condition. And it's horrifying to know that still goes on. But
baffling.
Yeah, it does. And these kids, they feel so isolated. And this is the one time a year that they all get together and they do crafts and they have activities. And it's
Good for
it's
you on that.
heart-wrenching to know that goes on.
Is there a website? I mean, what if
Reality
there's someone in
Absolutely.
Omaha who,
No,
Reality
thank you
Cares
so
has a
much.
great website.
We do. It's very simple, www.realitycares.org.
Cool.
And we list on there all the reality stars involved and the nonprofits we support, but we're always looking for other nonprofits to work
Right.
with.
Great.
And let me just say this. Here's the crying shame, is that Jerri is a working actress. She is a working, Kim, we're all working people. And we're asked to give of our time for these various events, and we give it freely. When a lot of times we have a little thing called the government that should be helping and doing its bit. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
we are just picking up the slack where George W. Bush is laying on his fat freaking ass and not getting a damn thing
But he's
done.
already said he doesn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe the government should be helping anybody.
Now I'm getting on my George Bush thing, so let me just say this.
Desperation Squad, Jack.
No better than that. Doesn't George Bush. Welcome back to the Queer Edge. You know, this is the part of the show. You know, Queer Edge is just more than wackiness, craziness, and reality stars and chicks who pose for Playboy and mimes who do twisted, perverted acts. It is more than that. Is it, or is it? Oh, okay. It is more than that. It's about education. It really is. It's about education. It's a learning experience. It's an, oh my God, not another learning experience. It's a really good learning experience. It is no child left behind. It is no drug left behind. And so what we do is we like to find out from our guest what one thing will they take away from this show today, because it's important that each and every one of them have learned something, just like you folks at home have learned something. And I know you've learned enough to probably pass the bar exam better than JFK could have. But let's start with you, Miss Jerri. What have you learned today?
I learned that marijuana is somehow legal, yet not legal in Denver.
Yeah, confusing.
Very confused
Yeah.
by that still, yeah.
So I guess that means you can smoke and then not smoke, or smoke and put it out faster.
Inhale but not exhale.
Thank you, Bill Clinton. Very good. Very good. Like that. What about you, Todd? What'd you learn?
Well, Jack, I think I learned that you're not a big fan of GW.
Oh, yes. Well, that's something to learn. I think that I might be joining the 84% of the rest of Americans currently right now. What about you?
I learned that when you fight to be yourself and for something that you believe in for so many years, and you keep doing that no matter what the consequences or the obstacles are, that eventually that starts to come back around you, and the cream always rises to the top.
And you have just risen to the top, sweetheart. I got to tell you this. No doubt about it for you. And Billy, the Mime.
Oh, you got an episode there.
Yeah. What have you learned today?
I've learned that you can always be surprised. Like when I came here, I didn't think I would see so many beautiful breasts.
Yeah, you're talking about mine.
Oh, yes, I am.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Nice, aren't they? And it's because I had collagen injected in my nipples when I first moved here. And that's what makes them look so good. Kim, what about you?
I have learned a lot of things.
Okay.
I've learned that reality cares.
Yes.
See, I got that back in there.
Uh-huh.
I learned that this Chyna doll who was in the ring kicking butt is actually a peace lover, the Peace Corps. Who knew?
Yeah.
I learned that there are no chubby mimes.
No.
You cannot be a chubby mime.
No, it's not going to happen.
And I learned that I love you.
I love you too, honey. And what have you learned?
I've learned that it's time to say goodbye. Kim Coles will be with us all week. Come back tomorrow night.
How cool is that?